sets in Virginia. Speed and passion are fast rising. It's night racing at Richmond International Raceway, providing plenty of sparks on FX. Can Jeff Gordon win 3 in a row? Will Dale Earnhardt Jr. still lead the points race at the end of the night? That's as close as it gets. We'll keep an eye on Tony Stewart on this short-tempered short track. And a 20-year-old rookie is on the pole. FX welcomes you to the Chevy American Revolution 400 pre-race show. We come to you from the Hollywood Hotel. We're located just above Victory Lane, and we go to where the races are to bring you just a little bit closer to the action. Along with Darrell Waltrip.
How much closer are we going to get?
We're going to get so close you'll be able to smell the fumes, whatever that means. I'm Chris Myers, that's my problem. But this is where America gathers for racing every weekend. Hey, after a week off, back night racing, a special field, the excitement building.
Oh, I think Frank Sinatra said it best. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances.
And you know what they are?
Wandering in
the werewolves will be coming out tonight.
Is it a full moon? You got your almanac with you?
I do, and sparks will fly.
Definitely so.
Okay. But after the off week, and we left, and we're going to pick it right back up. A lot of different things happened last weekend when DW was at home. Here that Kentucky Wesleyan, the college, wanted a member of royalty to be their commencement speaker. Prince Charles was busy, so Darrell Waltrip, with his cap and gown, built-in Hans device, was there.
And I'm not going to start this off by saying boogity, boogity, boogity. So you can relax just a little bit. It'll be a little bit more formal than that.
And he actually was named Honorary Doctor of Laws.
The ones he broke, maybe?
No, listen, I could have used that about 25 years ago, that degree.
And what'd you tell everybody? What was the message that we should all know?
It was a simple message. Don't beat yourself.
And that applies here.
And that you're starting your career, you're starting your life, don't beat yourself. It hurts the worst. That's the worst pain you can have.
No, that had to be a nice honor. And in a fraternity, I heard you were in Phi Beta Yappa. That's what. That's
Actually, it was cum laude kindergarten, but that's okay.
All right, well, you're covered. All right, Jeff Gordon, a guy who's done well here. He's at his DuPont Chevy once again. He spent his off week in Spain, attending his first ever Formula One race. Today, he has one thing on his mind: finding the right formula to try and win his 3rd in a row. This season, he's overcome potholes and pot shots, and his patience have paid off.
I've been walking the streets today, just trying to get it right. It's hard to see with so many around. No, I don't like being stuck in the crowd, and the streets don't change, but baby, the name. I ain't got time for the game, 'cause I need you. I need you.
And joining us live from down on the track, we're about ready to hop in his car and go race against Jeff Gordon. Hi, Jeff. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing really good. I didn't see the piece, but I heard the music. I like that part.
All right, good. No, it was a nice piece. You've won here twice before, and this is a track where guys lose their tempers easily. What does it take for you to keep your cool and still run your race?
Well, I think no matter what throughout the night, unless you're out front just running away from the field, you're going to have moments of frustration. You're going to run into things that are going to get you upset. Hopefully it's not the wall or other cars, but you've got to be able to overcome any adversity that's thrown at you, and that's just typical of a short track. And I think we've got a great car. We're going to be a little bit further back in the field than I want to be, so we're going to definitely run into plenty of frustrating moments trying to get to the front. But no matter how good your night goes here, it's going to be frustrating, and you need guys to calm you down. Guys like Robbie Loomis or my spotter up in the stand, and there's going to be times I'm going to need to calm those guys down. So we got to work together as a team. We've certainly been doing a great job of that here lately.
Hey, Jeff, it's DW. I saw you in Barcelona.
Is that Dr. DW?
Yeah, Dr. DW. I just have, what number is your Formula One car going to be?
I think 24 is available.
Great.
You going to run Formula One in the future?
Not that I know of.
Jeff, they pay big bucks, a lot of money.
Yeah, well, it doesn't pay too bad over here either.
Well, Jeff, right now, this is the other Jeff up in the hotel. Look, the new schedule has been announced for 2005. What's your thought about all this realignment that's going on?
Well, I mean, I'm excited about the growth of this sport and the places that we're going. I think, Texas has been an amazing track with, the fan support that we've gotten out there has been incredible. So if they feel, comfortable enough to be able to pack that place in 2 times a year, then I think we certainly need to be there twice. I love the Phoenix track and the Phoenix area. I think it's great. It's unfortunate that a track like Rockingham is going to go away. It's a track that I certainly have enjoyed and liked, but you got to look at the attendance. You got to look at the market and where the sport's going, and if there's a bigger attendance and a bigger audience at home watching on those events, it wouldn't even be a question.
All right, well, and at the end of this race tonight, you could be the points leader for the first time since 2001 when you won your last points championship, so we'll be watching. Good luck. Thanks for your time, Jeff.
Thanks a lot. It's a long season to go, and we just want to be #1 when it's all over.
All right, take care. Have fun tonight. Thanks for your time. Let's take a look at the Nextel Championship point standings. Gordon in striking range. Remember, only the top 10 drivers, those within 400 points of the leader, qualify for the final 10-race chase for the NASCAR Nextel Cup Championship. This is the tightest points race in 15 years. Currently 18 drivers that would be eligible for the 10-race finish. As you see the cutoff point, some drivers falling further back. When we come back on the Chevy American Revolution 400 pre-race show, we'll talk live with Tony Stewart and Jerry Nadeau a year later. And 10 laps with Rusty. Don't go away. Nice to have you with us on FX from Richmond, Virginia. The Chevy American Revolution 400 pre-race show, counting down to tonight's race. Among the Chevy drivers to keep an eye on, Dale Earnhardt Jr. leading the points. Jimmy Johnson has a win this season. He's second. Of course, Jeff Gordon, whom we just spoke with, has already won twice this year. Chevy drivers, those are some worth watching tonight. Back in the Hollywood Hotel and a repaved Richmond track, 3/4-mile track, very unique in that sense. What kind of racing will that provide?
Well, what you got to watch out for, the hot spot tonight is out of the groove. If you get up out of that groove, it's real narrow. It's so precise. Get up out of the groove, you're going to get freight trained. You're going to get freight trained, or you're going to be out of here if you get up above that in that shiny stuff there. See where that truck is right now? Just to the left of that truck, screen left. That's as much groove as you got to work with. You get up there where all that yellow-looking stuff is, you're in trouble.
Jeff, what kind of drivers will handle that groove?
I think right now what you're looking at, the mature guys. I mean, these rookies have done great so far. When I think about guys who may be, successful tonight, Matt Kenseth, even Tony Stewart, who's won here before. And let's don't forget the guy who won here a year ago, Joe Nemechek, really likes this place, had a little opportunity to run his car last night. And I also believe guys who raced on Friday night will have a definite advantage over the guys who didn't.
Ricky Rudd, a veteran who may know his way around. This race takes place, of course, during prime time. It's also prom time of the year for Brian Vickers. It brings up memories of just 2 years ago when he skipped his prom to drive in a race, and then he also graduated on the same day that he qualified for another race. 20-year-old in the 25 car on the pole today and is with our Steve Burns. Steve?
Chris Myers, it's all happened very quickly. And speaking of quick, let's put this in perspective. Brian is the youngest driver to take a pole position since 1972, the so-called modern era. Brian, congratulations on your pole position, but you haven't scored a top 10 finish yet with Hendrick Motorsports in the Cup Series. What can you do to change that tonight?
Just patience. We've got a great car. The GMC Chevy team did an awesome job. The car was obviously great for qualifying. That was pretty cool. And to be the youngest one to ever do it is pretty neat. But, the biggest thing, we just got to, this team's growing. We're building the chemistry within the team. We've just got to keep building that. We've got to have a lot of patience tonight and just be there at the end of the race.
Brian, what do you learn from your driving teammates, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Terry Labonte? What can they help you with?
Oh, so much. They help me with a lot of things that happen off the racetrack, how to deal with the media and everything else, and how to work your friends and family and that. And they help me deal with a lot of things at the track and more than anything on the racetrack, how to set up cars and what to expect in the race and how to deal with all that stuff. But it's been a tremendous help being at Hendrick Motorsports and having Jeff and Jimmy and Terry as my teammates, and I can't thank them enough.
Best of luck tonight, Brian.
Thank you.
Back to Chris Myers.
All right, thanks, Steve. And Brian, no rookie has won a Cup race this year. We have 6 rookies in tonight's race. We know Casey Kane has been second 3 times. So what do you think of the chances?
I see Hendrick domination taking over here at Richmond. Last night, Kyle Busch started on the pole.
Right.
He led 236 and 250 laps. Last year, Joe Nemechek won here in the Hendrick car. The Hendrick car's on the pole tonight with a rookie. Put it all together, do the math. Who you think will win?
Hey, and think about it like this right now, DW. He is actually driving for the same team that Joe Nemechek was driving for a year ago when he went to Victory Lane. So they got it going their way right now.
Nemechek now in the car for Jerry Nadeau, and it was a year ago at this very track. Jerry Nadeau was actually in a race for his life. He suffered a serious head injury when his car hit the wall during practice. Nadeau is working his way back and is here in Richmond this weekend. fans and drivers' thoughts are with Jerry Nadeau tonight. The 32-year-old driver from Danbury, Connecticut, hit the wall at a high speed. Rescue workers had to cut him out of the car. He was taken away on a stretcher and airlifted to a hospital. So first, I think people are interested, Jerry, that you look good. How do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I mean, you know, obviously I'm not 100% to get back in the next L Cup car, but, you know, I figure I'm about 75, 80%.
Our doctors, what are they specifically telling you?
Obviously, a brain injury like mine usually takes up to 2 years to heal. It's only been a year, so if I, you know, wait another 6 months or even a year, then hopefully I should have full function of everything on my left side.
Would you be at peace if you were never able to race again?
I have no problem with that. If I can't seem to build what I used to have, then, you know, then I'll just sit out. I'm going to try to stay involved with the corporation and somehow, whether it's being a mentor, a coach, you know, I definitely want to stay in the business. Before the accident, I was all racing, no doubt. I mean, I would think about it 24 hours a day. And I think ever since the accident, I really got to know what I have. I mean, I have a beautiful wife, a wonderful daughter. I got my mom and dad who moved down here from Connecticut ever since my accident. And I've just got a great support system. If it's not this year, maybe early next year, we'll do some testing or do some races. And, you know, really, it's just right now time's on my side. And, you know, I'm thrilled about that.
There's certainly no regrets, and he really is optimistic about driving by the end of the year or next year.
You know, Chris, he looks really good. And let me tell you, 10 years ago, he would have already been back in the car by now. Too soon? Too soon. But we've got all this new technology, all this testing that they do with the drivers, and he knows he's not ready to get back in yet. And that's just part of the safety program, and I applaud.
And I think, talk about safety right now, Darrell. If it hadn't been for these safety workers here at Richmond, I don't think he would have been with us right now. They did an excellent job as far as getting him out of the car, doing what they needed to do to give him an opportunity to be able to return to racing.
Yeah, and safer barriers, of course, now at this Richmond track. We mentioned the repaving, so certainly a different kind of racetrack. We're glad that Jerry Nadeau is doing a lot better. We'll be back in a moment, 10 laps with Rusty, and we'll talk live with Tony Stewart.